platform that needs no introduction, yet every time I talk about it, I feel compelled to remind people that this is like one of the most profitable things on the planet. This game has become more popular than oxygen, but I'm sure all of you already know
what the
that
fuck's
there's not a
that?
soul on this planet that hasn't at least heard the name.
Yeah, I kinda heard about the Roblox thing. I don't see anything about it. You just saw it in the thumbnails. A bunch of videos about Roblox have been getting recommended. I'm sure they've been getting recommended for YouTube, man. Right? What the fuck? Man, this drama slop shit is so annoying. Right, you get 5 videos of the same thing. I'm not watching all that. I'm just gonna watch the goat then, because XSC's takes are to die for. And that's why I react stuff. Because why would I watch one video 5 times when I could just watch it once with all the reactors on it? You get all the takes in one little segment. This is why React is so good. You know, React is a good thing. People say React is bad. No, it's good. For one, you hear everything at the same time. So you get, it saves you a lot of time. Come on, it's good for the consumers. And, now hear me out. It's a cultural wave against the bad cultural wave that people, the anti-reactors have been propagandizing into the public. They all go against React. Why? Because the big companies and the governments want you to stand for IP laws. That's what they're doing. They're gonna go against this and they're gonna make it worse. Just like the I stand for children, I stand for children, and then they go in and log your fucking whole identity and they sell to China. I mean, dude.
Roblox always claims that they're working on it, but they're really not. They're doing the equivalent of going to the gym and hitting 2 sets of dilly-dally and calling it a day. They don't actually do much for this.
Has sent a cease and desist letter to me, a 22-year-old.
You know I'm right. Come on now.
Threats of litigation because I catch predators on their platform. Within the last year, me and my team have gotten 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Almost all of them have admitted to doing this before to other Roblox users.
This is a YouTuber named Schlepp who has been working to predators arrested that are preying on children through the Roblox platform.
Chat.
And Roblox has now permanently banned him, like IP banned
again.
all of his accounts to the Shadow Realm, and he's
I'm all for openness and not hiding your information and not having your information being hidden by law. If Roblox had shared information, this wouldn't have been a problem. If platforms were just more open, this wouldn't have been a problem. Right? Roblox is hiding these guys, but it's pretending that they're not doing it on purpose by combining it with hiding their monetized stuff. You know, hiding their code and whatnot. Yo! They're just trying to get control, yeah? And when people get mad over it, it wouldn't have been a problem if you just listened to me, man. If you just didn't allow these guys to hide their stuff.
If
you're gonna hide your stuff, you better be fucking ready to defend it. No, because they're using the government to do it for them, right? They don't just get to hide their stuff. They get to go after you once you just find it out in the open because they're so bad at hiding it. So what? This makes no sense. I found a coin on the street, and so they're gonna send the fucking police after me because I picked up a coin on the street. It's lying there. There was no one around. If there was some guy around, I was gonna ask, "Is this your coin?" No, there was no one around. I find the coin, I pick it up, there's no one around. I mean, I just take it home, right? If I'm not doing it, it's someone else doing it.
So it's like, should Roblox do absolutely nothing, and should they not be able to expand in any horizon that isn't just for toddlers, whatever? It's just tough. Like, dude, I wouldn't.
I mean, it's not only for toddlers. It's just there's so many toddlers on there.
By the way, but the CEO Dave fucking Hakalugi Bazuki, really is fixated on trying to make this a reality of turning Roblox into a dating site in addition to its gaming. But they can't even.
If they want to have something that's dating, have it so both parties have to be of consenting age, plus have a thing where they verifies the driver's license or a social security number or something like that, right? So if you really want to do that, finding the love of your life in the game, just have it like it's like very, very curated. That's it. If they do it very curated, it would be really good. I don't think there's any problem with it.
protect children from pedophiles now, imagine when they try and implement this to it.
Roblox is actively claiming that I'm hurting their players. Roblox is claiming that
or you just allow the conversations to be public.
So one of the fundamental
And if you allow it to be public,
predators are supposed to
I
be
mean, people can just find out what's happening on there, man.
straight off the get-go. That's entrapment. That is literally what entrapment is.
You know, what happens in real life if a guy, like an old man, is gonna talk to your child and he's gonna date your child, you can see that. You know, you can hear from the voice who your child is talking to, but you can't on the online. Yeah, because all the social media hides their information. You can't go after it. Only the fucking hackers can. Right?
People like Schlepp trying to catch predators, they report them immediately. That is the number one thing they do. The problem is, and you can look at,
and even if you go after their information, they get to call the police on you and then say that you're stealing their stuff when you're really not stealing anything. You're just watching.
For good reasons.
Right.
Like, I think they're probably flat out against bringing people to other platforms, whatever, because some of the platforms might be dangerous and might be putting them in harm's way, or whatever. So if you drag somebody else, even if it wasn't anything sexual, so somebody, go to this, whatever, and then they get into a space that is dangerous. I mean, dude, it's kind of like a little bit on their fault. So I think them betting it outright is not a problem.
These predator catching groups, the first thing they do is report it through the proper channels on Roblox, but the issue is that report just makes it directly to the shitter at Roblox HQ for them to flush it. I don't know where it goes, but I guess it just goes somewhere to collect dust at Roblox. It falls into the goddamn back rooms. So they never actually act on any of the reports. So the proper channels are fucking useless. It's baffling, and in a lot of cases...
Well, which that's weird, because these days, it's how it is. See, when there was the vitality thing last time about like catching predators, I said vigilantism was bad, and everybody was weird that everybody was saying the same thing you guys are saying. Defend it, you're weird or whatever, right? I thought the whole vitality was outrageous. I thought it was just vigilantism is bad, and everybody was really mad at me. And some people even called me names that I can't even say, like some outrageous shit, right? But whenever Vitali got like arrested or whatever, everyone was like, oh yeah, dude, we never liked that. We never liked that. Like, dude.
So I've been saying, they always switch up after. You know, they also did that with the Anthony Fantano guy. I go into the comments, right, and I just go do a little bit of glazing for my goat. And all these fucking Anthony Fantano glazers, just glaze without a thought in their head. They'd say, oh, Anthony is just so dumb, he can't even speak properly, haha. No. And the XC is a linguistic genius. You just don't even understand what he's saying, because you're dumb. Alright, that's what you glaze Anthony Fantano, fucking bald ass, bald head, egghead, baldy. And then he gets pointed for doing some blackface stuff, and you all get mad. Dude, instantly switch up because you're a fucking dumbass. Dude, there's no thought in your head.
Schlepp's about to give you an example. Even when a predator is
arrested, same thing every time, man.
They
don't have a backbone. They don't stand for what they say they stand for. They don't stand for anything. They only stand for themselves. They're all selfish. Right? They only do what they feel like doing, which I also do what I feel like doing. It's just that I'm just better. I'm just better than all of you because you're all fucking dumb fucks. And you have a poor character, but I've been building this up for years. For years! They just haven't found out yet. So
flat out rule that say bring something to other platform is
it's just obvious. If you look around, you learn the truth. You just observe. And you'll realize he's the GOAT, and the GOAT is still massive, right? He is just, his takes are to die for. He always wins in the end. This is always right. And that's why he's the GOAT, right? You wouldn't have the juice without the juicer.
They cannot enforce on other platforms. So why would you want people to be able to drag even children to other platforms? It's putting them in harm's way. It actually is.
These reports forever.
Yeah.
Maybe using them as like scribbling paper at the office, like a coloring book. Like how is what he's doing, actively trying at least to stop predators, putting users more at risk. The next barrage of mumbo jumbo from Roblox is equally baffling, saying that he's engaging in simulated child endangerment. Well, I guess kind of, because there are predators on your platform that are talking sexually to him and his group that are pretending to be kids. And according to Schlepp, they're not initiating those inappropriate conversations. The predators are just there. The call's coming from inside the house.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. Hold on. This is a genuine question. I'm not gonna be weird about this. If a guy on Roblox is doing this whole baiting the pedo guy on Discord and say, yo, yeah, let's go on Discord. Go over there. That's you guys say this should be okay. Okay. What about if the guy is a predator and is being like fancy about it. Nothing is like outrageous that he's saying, right? But he's being weird, and he says, "Yo, go to Discord," right? Now they can't monitor, they can't do anything, right? Is that okay? I mean, the guy didn't do anything wrong, right? I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell because the guy says, "Oh, hi, how's it going? Let's go to Discord or whatever, dude." And now that's okay. The behavior is objectively the same. They can't really discern who has good or bad intentions. So they say it's all bad and they enforce all bad. How is that a bad thing? I don't understand it.
On Roblox. He's not going out.
What do I say? You want to have a balance with encryption, right? You want some conversations to be... Yeah, I like being very polarized. Right? You have your one-on-one conversations should be encrypted end-to-end, right? End-to-end. But the open conversation should be just completely open. Anyone can find it out if you look. So you look and you can see who people are talking to, right? If they link some stuff, you look and you know where they're going, right? You know who they're talking to. You just don't know what they're saying, right? Now we make a cultural move. This is already happening. You know we like fucking pedophiles, right? I think this part is fine. People don't like pedophiles, so every pedophile in existence is less likely to do their thing because, well, nobody likes them. And when people find out they're pedophiles, they'll just be socially ostracized, I guess, right? So that's a good thing. And what about the law? What about the law? I don't think people should get arrested or whatever the fuck for talking, but if you take it any further, I mean, dude. Dude, and I think physical evidence is just right, throw him in jail. And what they also do, what you do is with the jails, right? Why not make the guy just work? You know, make them do the jobs that he wants to do. You know? You know, on the farm, right? The farmer has to do some stuff that he probably doesn't want to do, right? Let the inmates carry the big bags with chicken feed. Have them pick the cherries, and let the farmers use the equipment, and let the farmers tell them what to do, when to do it, or on construction, let's say. You know, let our employees, let them do the measurements, and let the prisoners carry the big bags of cement, right? No pay, of course, no payment. Just work to get them reintegrated and make them feel like they're a part of society, doing actual work that's good for people, because now they just rot in jail and read their book, and then I pay for it with my fucking money that I worked for, because I have to do more work than someone that's in fucking jail. Like, the guy is already a criminal, he's already a fucking detriment, and he gets to be a bigger detriment. And you just sit in his jail and read fucking books. Come on, man. Let these fucking suckers work and make them do the worst fucking jobs nobody wants to do, man. What a joke.
Nope. That is not permissible. We do not support that at all. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, chat. Same thing as guys. I only know this because I used to watch a lot of To Catch a Predator, right? Remember that show with Chris Hansen? What if? I'm doing a what if now, and now you need to what aboutism. It's very important. What if somehow on their platform they were to expose some information about some guy who was, let's say, I don't know, 17 or something like that, right? He gets doxxed. He's actually innocent, right? And the guy like kills himself because of all the backlash and doxing that people are doing to him. What will the platform say? What they're literally they allowed the whole interaction and chatting and everybody to do all this on their platform, on their chats. It's outrageous. They would never expose themselves to such liability.
It'd be entirely unnecessary if you would just do your job and give that.
Yeah, really, guys.
Dude, you wouldn't be innocent. And will you trust random online strangers looking for clouts to?
I think just let them say words.
Not dox bad.
You know, if they want to say words, just let them.
Possibly not as bad.
Right, because you can read words, right? So if they're saying dumb shit, you can just read it, and then you know exactly who's the dumbass. If you start banning people for saying words, what happens is that the dumb fucks and the bad people are now being encouraged to be smart and hide their dumb ass ideas. right? And then you don't know who's who. You only know the guys that are good and the guys that are pretending to be good, because they're all saying the good stuff. But if you know the people that are saying the bad stuff, you already know who's who, right? There's a guy talking to kids, and you can read that shit, and you know he's a pedophile, dude. So just let him. Just let him talk, but then stop him before it actually happens, because the guy's a fucking pedo, right?
They're doing all of like the reporting that they can to Roblox through everything they think is the proper channels, but Roblox, I guess, isn't very clear what they are, because they keep saying, oh, still not using the right channels. Well, what the fuck are they? Nobody seems to know how to access the proper channels. It's like a fucking Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg. How do you get there? Why don't you explain it then? Why don't you make it more clear? Because as of now, everyone is reporting it through what they believe is the right channels, the ones that are readily available and accessible to people to report through, but those, I guess, aren't the right ones. So where the fuck are they, and how can they access them? It's ridiculous. It is absolutely absurd. And then he makes a mention here of how, like, this one guy who did get arrested for credible terrorist threats still has his account active on Roblox. And there are predators that have been arrested and are currently in jail that still have
I think just let them.
Like, they do not act on this shit, but
just let them say words, and if they're making threats and shit, again, you know who's making the threats, and you just keep an eye on them.
It's just crazy.
I mean, they're just calling themselves out for being fucking stupid criminals. You know, they're literally calling themselves out. You know what happens if you start deleting that stuff? What happens is, the guy gets away with it, their stuff is now not public anymore, then people forget. Then, when the guy actually does something, they bring up some old stuff that was deleted and no one remembered because it was deleted. And then everyone gets mad at the fucking authorities for not noticing the pattern, when, you're the one that pushed for it to be deleted. You're the one that wanted people to forget.
Hoping that they will do the right thing.
You know, it's your fault, because you keep pushing for this.
Why there are groups that are doing it.
So what we're saying is that he reports the guy, he shows the chat log, he shows everything, right? And then they report to the correct channel, and then they wait, and then when they don't do the thing, then they take action. Is that what you're saying? I feel like if that's like the course of action, then I can kind of see it, but
themselves. That's the issue. He has literally exhausted every possible avenue, and I guess still hasn't found the proper channel, even though he even sent like physical evidence to their actual brick and mortar location, and still got nothing. Like, it's very clear that there is no.
People are gonna hate me for this take. They're gonna hate me for it. They actually will. But most vigilantism on the internet of any kind is it's just for views, virality.
Yes.
Like, I understand that there's a part of it that does good, but dude, it's at the end of the day, it's content. I feel like if you kind of get mixed up in this whole making the world a better place, stopping people and comment, you can do it in a good way. Tough. It's a tough area. I don't know.
Proper channels, but they really don't like people trying to stop the predator problem themselves.
Yeah, it's mostly just content first.
I mean, what options are left? Just let that continue. Let that
fester, you know, they have an idea for content and they want to do it, and I think, oh, it's kind of iffy, but then they kind of justify it for themselves because they're doing a good thing for the world and it's better for everyone. When in reality, yeah, they're just being greedy, and yeah, they're just doing it for content. You know, they're not doing it for the good reasons. They're doing it for bad reasons. And yeah, it might have a good effect. It might also have a bad effect, and it's fucking dumb because they're not prepared for actual protocols that have been set in place over time to combat these bad things. They're incompetent. Right? They don't know what they're doing.
But again,
and even if they think they do and they say they do, they say they have so much experience with this, no, they don't. Nothing compared to, I've seen the videos, nothing compared to the actual guys that combat this stuff. Right? They don't. They're dumb. They're fucking dumb.
How they approach this shit. Maybe Dave Bazooki, instead of focusing on bringing dating to a children's game, should focus on trying to keep the children on that game safe. Maybe that should be the priority, I would think. But anyway,
I think the priority should just be to bring a good game to the child. You know, back in the day I used to play Mario games, right? And it was fun because what I could do is I could jump the guy with the red hat, or my brother with the red hat, and then I had the guy with the green hat, and he could jump on my head to get the coin, right? You know what? I could throw a shell that was blue on the guy in first, Bowser, and then I took his place, man.
vigilantism
and that was
is
fun,
just kinda
right?
tainted. Like,
I could
I'm
do it
gonna
not
always
just
be
with my
biased on it. It is what it
siblings,
is. Like,
I could do it with my cousins, with my friends,
think
and I
it's
was
dangerous.
always
I think-
having
I
a
think-
good
I think
time,
vigilantism
dude.
is super dangerous.
Gonna be your typical videos.
But now, if I was born yesterday,
Call for help,
I would be talking to
and I need
50-year-old
everybody
dudes
to
on
share
fucking
this
Roblox
video. The
dating, you know?
Corporation has
Do
sent a
skibidi
cease and
tung
desist
tung
letter
sahor
to me,
with,
a 22-year-old, versus a
old creepy
multi-billion-dollar
dads,
company.
uncles.
Threats of litigation
You know, that's
because
fun.
I catch predators on their platform. Within the last year, me and my team have gotten 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Almost all of them have admitted to doing this before to other Roblox users. Every account that I've owned on Roblox
Yeah,
since
fucking
I was
basement
8 years
dwellers.
old has been terminated. Accounts that we
You know?
were actively talking to predators on have now been banned off of Roblox. What Roblox did could potentially stop some predators from facing real-life consequences. Not to mention that Roblox has made a very firm stance that I can no longer access the Roblox platform anymore, which I want to make clear at the start of this video. I will not be accessing Roblox in any capacity at this point further unless Roblox says otherwise.
Yeah.
This is pretty
Nar.
heartbreaking.
You know
I've
you're
been
gonna do
playing
it again
Roblox
for
since I was a little
content.
kid. I've loved this platform.
Quality.
I still do. I met my current girlfriend, who I've been dating for 3 years. I live with her. We first met all the way back in 2016 through Roblox. I love so much about this site, and that's why I'm so critical of it, because I want to see it do better. The stuff that they've sent me in the cease and desist letter is actually laughably hilarious. Roblox is actively claiming that I am hurting their players. Here's an email. I didn't ever plan on showcasing this in a video, but this is from a kid who is thanking me for getting someone he was groomed by arrested in real life. He said he recognized him from my video, and here's some cool fan art he made of me. Roblox is claiming that I'm engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations. What? So one of the fundamental bases of predator catching is that you cannot talk sexually to predators. Predators are supposed to be the ones talking sexually to you. If you talk sexually to predators, like straight off the get-go, that's entrapment. That is literally what entrapment is. We almost always
Yeah, well, they
play
do.
a
They
naive
do
kid
do
who
that.
doesn't know
The
anything about
guys,
this stuff, so
they go
keep
to
us
any
out of
lengths
stuff.
to make the content. They actually do it. I've seen that.
Law enforcement.
Dude, they actually do try to do that though. You know, they try to bait out by being a little bit weird. Right? Now, if you don't know, these kind of conversations go one way and the other way, right? If it's a predator, right, you'd expect, yeah, you're gonna be pushy and be sexual, of course, or flirty, I guess. But I've seen some of these weird ass conversations, and I think they're kind of baiting. I mean, they are baiting. Are they doing it on purpose? And some of them aren't very careful with their words. It's very, very weird. You know, it's with this kind of law. I think a lot of these guys that make this vigilante stuff content can actually be put in jail for this. Not that it's a good thing, actually. I think this law is just ass. You know, you just make a law, some weirdly specific law that's never applicable, and then when it is, it's super vague, and it's gonna just use, you know, if in any situation or no situation. So it's just a shit law. Just don't put it in then. If you're gonna use it once every 10 years, and even then the judge is gonna have to talk about it for like 30 fucking days. Come on, man. Just don't put the fucking law. Just let the guy get away with it or something, man. If the guy was gonna do something bad, you would have gotten him anyway, you know.
No?
It's just such a pointless fucking law. Just exists there to waste time. You know, so they can waste time and then be a politician for a little bit longer. These fucking lawmakers, man. What a fucking joke. These guys are actually the bottom of the barrel, man.
Guys, if let's say in a world where a child does jailbaiting to an adult.
Yeah, I mean that actually happens, right?
To the child.
That's not.
And everything should happen to the adult.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Because this is only when it's you know, to bait out a crime. But jailbait is a real thing that actually happens. But if you do it as a vigilante, I'm pretty sure that's a crime then, right? That's what I've been saying.
Jailbaited, buddy. Like, buddy. That's why I don't even agree with the term. Because you shouldn't be fucking attracted to speak sexually to a fucking underage person.
Yeah.
So, it's not on the fucking child
Yeah, that's what his law is shit.
So there's no entrapment in that case. That makes no sense at all.
It's no entrapment, but again, this law is just shit anyway.
Always play a naive kid who doesn't know anything about this stuff, so they teach us about this stuff. If you've watched
yeah, because one guy doing something doesn't excuse your thing, because you did that. Regardless of the situation, flirting with the kids is not a good thing, right? So you ban it.
That I own. That's just crazy. I can't even believe, I can't even fathom that. They also say sharing or soliciting personally identifiable information. I have no idea what they're referring to this. I would love to know what they're talking about.
The names, probably.
Are they referring to the fact that I give the information of the predators that we find to the police?
Yes,
like
exactly.
The people we're talking to are predators.
Yeah,
Does
but they don't give a fuck.
Understand that?
They're doing it just to hide them, because like I was saying, they're hiding behind some privacy protection, property protection shit, when in reality it's just words on a screen. They're sharing words on a screen. They shouldn't have the right to go to court over fucking words on the screen.
With people on a personal basis or whatever, they get fucking clapped left and right. They usually do all hands off. This is a classic. Dude, is it any big company, massive company, they never make any statements publicly to personally email to anybody. They're just hidden in the shadows. It is what it is.
Person actually made credible threats to the Las Vegas sphere in a Roblox game. And I saw this with my own 2 eyes. And the reason why it's a credible threat, it is because the FBI went ahead and arrested someone for making threats within that same game. I made a moderation ticket about it, and I even actually made a report to the FBI about this. Where is the cease and desist letter for him? Where is the IP ban for him? Are you gonna ban all of this dude's accounts? Probably not. But back to the predator catching stuff. This is literally how it goes. We go to roblox.com/support, submit a moderation ticket, and then fill out the box with all the information regarding our arrest and give you guys the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. And in a lot of instances, Roblox won't even ban after we reach out to them regarding felony arrest. What I typically have to do is report cases to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or go on the news to show gameplay of our decoys with the predators on Roblox. I've literally felt so lost at trying to get the attention of Roblox regarding these predators. I've created binders with all the chat logs, and I've sent it to their headquarters in San Mateo, California. This is the first time Roblox has ever directly reached me out. Instead of trying to say, hey, we want to work with you, or literally giving me a line to report these people, or simply saying, don't make these videos anymore, we're gonna ban you, Roblox just terminated every account I own and sent me this cease and desist letter. My account Maliboomer, a family-friendly sandbox gaming theme park channel that I've run since the pandemic. This is actually my first Roblox.
I feel like they could easily have like some system, some AI system that like flags people that are high risk and then monitor them with another AI shit and then leads to manual review. Like they could do this overnight, implement some AI shit 100%. So if some guy acts in or says certain
on YouTube, if you watch a video that's copyright claimed, they strike your shit down in a minute, like within a minute.
Outside, then they get like
live on stream, they strike it down in a minute.
Review and monitoring.
I literally had that happen where they ended my stream forcibly, live, right there, when I watched the video was copyright. You know, Vsauce. Vsauce a fucking cunt. I fucking hate that guy. You know, people always glaze him for being a funny old dude, it's an old head. Yeah, but I don't like people that abuse copyright. I mean, I fucking hate them.
Like, we're to the point where people would actually do it for free.
Yeah, man, Vsauce. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, Vsauce. What's his name? Steve? I don't know.
By a popular developer. He manipulated me. He used power dynamics over me and frequently exposed me to gore and not safe for work material and loads of other stuff that a kid should never see. It was so bad that I actually made an attempt. While I was in the hospital, my mom contacted Roblox. They brushed her off. That predator went on to groom more victims before Roblox finally banned him. Years later, by the way. Even after that, I stayed on the platform. I loved the community. But as I ran Maliboomer, I kept spotting these predators, even in an innocent sandbox theme park game. Then I started Schlep, and the emails from victims got worse every single day. And that's when I started catching predators on Roblox. And that's when my fate got sealed on this platform.
It's not about losing their player base. It's about
I've been
liability.
very critical of Roblox's leadership and the refusal to act in a lot of instances. Last time I tweeted at Roblox's CEO, it was about a predator we arrested. Roblox ignored it until Gideon and I made videos. Then they banned him, only for him to return. I sent proof of him talking about the video I made on him, and he voice checked.
Roblox is one of the biggest joke of a big company of all time. And I used to be harsh and still am harsh on Epic Games. These guys take this shit to like 6 new tier down below. We're like Z triple, quadruple Z tier dog shit. Absolutely awful. Like these guys are just, they fell on their heads. I don't know.
Game on Roblox, mind you, the same game a 10-year-old was abducted through weeks from this taking place. I replied to one of the CEO's posts about this, and he blocked me. Roblox still allows games like Public Bathroom Simulator, where naked shower together. This has millions of plays, and Dollhouse Roleplay, which also has millions of plays, is tied to a extortion group that.
Yeah, do they still have a bad like share for like creators that make games and shit like that? Like, is it still bad? Like, how much money you get from the sales of your servers? Like, how much is it?
The FBI has made public warnings about. Roblox allows you to say the word lolly on their platform. You can put it as your name. Explain to me that, Roblox, a kid's game. Because now you have a whole community of lolicons and maps on your platform. I really hope people can see that Roblox is wanting to have a firmer stance against me, a person.
Easy. Everybody that has the word lolly in their fucking name are flagged. They're flagged, and they're up for manual review every time. And if there's any like lolicon bullshit or anything related to it, it's you click a button, insta ban, and you don't even read the emails that are coming back from this person. Nobody's gonna go in there and say, guys, I was banned for this. Look, all I did was lolicon lover 625. Like, dude, Jesus fucking Christ, really, dude?
Trying to get these Roblox predators arrested, then these predators we've gotten arrested. Some of them literally have been arrested for CP. Why aren't you sending these Roblox predators cease and desist? They deserve it. They actually tried to commit a crime.
Hey, what's up? So we're here with your Roblox developer, right? Hello. Yep. We're about to do the wipe on his phone. We're going to get rid of the...
you know why I'm against the banning of the lolly? It's because you can ban certain words. Thing is, what happens is when they're contained in ways that aren't bad. I think a classic story is when some goofy ass town in Britain, the people there couldn't submit votes or something, or some emails or whatever, because their town name had some section cunt that had cunt in it, right? It's just annoying. Why ban it, right? They're just gonna call themselves out. Or just let them name themselves like Lolly Lover 55, right? Why? Well, you already know exactly who the guy is, right? It's even better to allow it because now you know who the guys are, man. Like I said, why not allow them to expose themselves? Right, it does half the job for you, you know? It's just so easy. It's too easy, but then they go against them exposing themselves harder than the actual crime. That's the joke. That's the fucking joke, man.
What?
It's a joke.
Yeah, we're gonna make this game successful.
You know, they get away with fucking the actual rape and shit, but then they get punished the fuck out because some troll guy on the internet did a stupid thing, you know, used a dumb word.
Multi-billion-dollar company. Since my career and revenue streams are on the line, I have a site. It's called Schlepp.tv. If you want to support my work and what we do and allow us to keep catching predators in the future, feel free to go ahead and support us over there. The most important thing we can all collectively do right now is share what is going on with Roblox. Tell your parents, tell your congressman, tell a journalist if you know one. And if any of them are interested, I'm more than willing to share my story, even to the people at Roblox. Even after all this, I am just trying to make a difference and help. I'm trying to stop what happened to me as a kid to happen to future kids. How can you see that as a bad thing? I genuinely can't comprehend it. One final word I'm ending this off on, to Roblox. I have no plans of revisiting the platform. I will not be making a new account. I will not be going back on the site.
If you were to buy it yourself.
105.
This
or no?
$300.
75.
So what does that mean? It's $200. How much do you get out of this? I don't. 1/3. Oh, so they take 1/3. You know what? That's not even that bad. I thought it was worse than that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot worse.
It's worse on Steam. But Steam does less.
At the end of the day, it's still their platform, their framework. Usually
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of them, their server.
It's
they
their
share that. I think it
whole
makes sense.
whole thing, right? It's their
Like, you
engine,
get 1/3?
their server, right? With Steam, you have to host your own server still. I'm pretty sure, but they do the friend stuff integrated. Or you get to use some of their framework, but about half of it is you build yourself with their help, as in a guide, not actually guys from Valve helping you out in your project, right?
But at the end of the
It's
day,
different.
if he wanted to do that without the YouTube video, he would be able to. If you really think about it. If you really think about it, if the care is 100% in catching people and not making the video, he could 100% keep doing this and not get caught on any of his accounts if the video didn't go up.